And then moving on from a manager perspective and from keeping close to tech, or from how do you balance your discussion with the business versus being close to the technology? How do you find that sweet spot that enabled you to talk to technical team or to keep on communicating with your team and at the same time talking to the board and not killing them with buzzwords or, or leave them completely confused? What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, so
I
I think
had that a couple of times.
I think that's one of the things that makes this role interesting, right? Which is the fact you have to have that balance. So it's not a purely technical role and it's not a purely business role. It's a role where you blend the two. And I like that. I come from a technical background. I enjoy playing with toys like the rest of us, and learning new things and investigating stuff. I was having a conversation about running TVs through Raspberry Pis and stuff yesterday. So, I still like have a vague set of geek credentials, and I think you have to, in the CISO role, it's good to have some of that because you will be talking to engineers and you have engineers working for you. So, probably 2/3, 3/4 of our team are engineers because we're kind of a tech company. And so obviously I need to have their respect. I need to, you need to know enough that you trust them. I kind of say to my team, probably anyone who's, now, especially now I'm more and more hands off, probably anyone in my team that's a mid engineer up is going to be better than me at their specialism. And they probably should be because that's their job, right? That's what they do every day. And I have a sort of in veneer across all of that. But equally, I also have to be able to go and do the, talking to exec, talking to board, talking to, people who lead our marketing teams, whatever else, about why things are important and trying to do my best to translate it into kind of business language, what the business benefit is, what the business risk is. So it's a lot of those kind of risk language discussions that we have. I think it's a balance of both. I don't know if I've got the sweet spot perfectly. I try my best.
I think nobody has. I think nobody has. We're learning. It's constantly adjusting the dial.
There isn't a blueprint for this, right? Different organizations require different types of CISOs, and if you're in a bank where you've got, CISOs reporting to CISOs reporting to, and you've got a huge chain of command, the CISO at the top probably doesn't have to have anywhere near the same technical chops today. They're not saying they don't have it, but they probably don't need it as much because they're going to be so much more kind of BSO, for want of a better word, or is it much more businessy and
Business
much more,
oriented.
because they've got so many people working for them. Whereas in a smaller organization or a tech organization, you're going to have more of a tech balance as well as the business stuff.
And closer to the ground.
Yeah, and it is, and I think it's critical of both. I think if you have a CISO who cares more about the tech, or you're doing tech, exams or tech kind of, can you go and harden a machine or whatever kind of tech stuff for hiring a CISO, I wouldn't be interested because you're so far wrong in terms of what's important. Anyone heading up any team, what they have to have first is a care for their team and a care for building a team, because my team isn't me. Fundamentally, most of the role of someone who leads a team is to get stuff out the way of their team so their excellent team can do great work, right? So me being too tech focused would do no one any favors because I'd be meddling too much rather than trusting my team. So it's, you need to also, one of the things I guess I've learned over the last couple of years is actually that stepping back slightly. So I love to meddle, and when I first joined Just Eat, there's probably a year or so where it was the Kev show because we're a small team that was growing, and it's cool. Hey, everything I said is a great idea and we should be doing it, and obviously everything I say is a great idea, but no, but seriously,
That's why we invited you to the podcast.
but seriously, the reality is, right? When you first start and you're building things from scratch, it's fairly obvious what you should be doing. But fundamentally, that's the whole point of a team: is you get better people than you at what they do, right? So